Warlord from McCreed, coming to speak about Black history today. uh, Even though I'm all about black empowerment every day, I don't think there's nothing wrong with giving respects to the ancestors and those before us. So I'm just going to speak about a few people that I've admired and come across. Imhotep is an ancient Egyptian from Upper Egypt, lived around the time of the Third Dynasty. First known engineer, brick architect, and physician, multi-genius. Um, he was deified, but he wasn't a pharaoh. Imhotep. I want to show love to the Ashanti soldiers who were women. Quoting them, it said, if you, the men of Ashanti, would not go forward, then we will. We, the women, will. I shall call upon you, my fellow women. We will fight the white man. We will fight until the last of us falls in the battlefield. Words by Yah Asantewa, an Ashanti queen who led the resistance to British colonial rule in Ghana. She succeeded in the short run, but the Ashanti were heavily outgunned. Any Pan-African historian should look into the Ashanti warrior queens. They was basically right before the time of Nkrumah. This warrior queen, Ya Asantewa, lived from 1840 to 1921. Another one I'm showing love to is Daniel Hale Williamson, born 1858, died 1931. The first African American cardiologist, the first modern time doctor to perform successful surgery on the heart. Daniel Hale Williams, look him up. I got these people on Facebook. I put one up every day, ever since Black History Month, because it's very necessary that we give reverence to our ancestors. Harriet Tubman, the Black Moses, 1822 to 1913. Gotta show her love. J.A. Rogers, major historian from Jamaica, 1880 to 1966. His books have personally influenced my life. Superman the Man, Ku Klux Spirit, Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying? Africans' Gifts to America. He is a remarkable scholar. And just thinking that he was living and basically doing most of his field research 1920s, that's remarkable to me, man. A lot of the stuff that we know is abundant because of brothers like J.A. Rogers, you know what I'm saying, who really would have to go hard. Nowadays, niggas just Google shit. But he had to go hard in the face of a lot of adversity and racism. We go way back to the Kushite queens, the Candace women. You know, they called them Kintakes. I think that's how it's pronounced. But I put those up there on my Facebook page, McCreed World Orphan. They did oppose Augustus Caesar, defaced his statue. You know what I'm saying? When the Romans was occupying Egypt, they went up there and caused much havoc. Basically because they saw it coming. They saw the imperialistic foreign invaders probably trying to expand and move down. And as we know, anybody who has read Destruction of Black Civilization knows it was the Candace queens, the warrior queens of Nubia, Kush, Ethiopia, who held back Alexander the Great when he saw him on them big ass elephants. You know what I'm saying? These are some people that I feel don't get enough shine for their amazing contributions to us today, including myself, especially me. We got to give a shout out to Nzinga of Ndongo, presently Angola. She was also a warrior king that opposed slavery against the Portuguese. She lived during the 1500s, 1600s. Portugal and Spain was the main powers back then, and for her to hold them off was insane, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Her brother, I believe, sold her son into slavery. Don't quote me on that, but I remember when I first learned about her, it was just like, damn, you didn't crack under all that pressure. You know, we got to give her a lot of props. We got to give props to Kwame Nkrumah, who lived in 1909 to 1972, first president of Ghana. He got rid of the British colonials. Of course, some sellout niggas took a payoff and ended up driving him up out of Ghana. But great philosopher, great leader, great organizer. Annie Turnbull Malone, her hustle and grind was immaculate. She is actually the first black female millionaire in America. A lot of people think it's Madam C.J. Walker, but it was actually Madam C.J. Walker's teacher, Annie Turnbull Malone. She was the first, and she did a lot with charity. All of this cosmetology that we're going through, you know, brothers getting their hair cut, sisters getting their hair and nails done. You gotta give her a lot of props because she was the first to open up a black cosmetology institution. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Nat Turner don't get his proper due. Like Harriet Tubman, I believe they were spiritually inspired to do what they did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people depict Nat Turner as what he was not. He was a very pious, Christian, spiritual man. You know, you see a lot of pictures of him being this big and muscular dude. He wasn't. He was a light-skinned dude, kind of scarred up, and he wasn't really big. 5'8", 150 pounds is how he was described. Then we had the homie Amazons, all-female military regime that had been bucking against, you know, colonialism for years. You know what I'm saying? They was bucking against the French, the homie Amazon queens, and they was heavily into voodoo. A lot of them was virgins. That shit was like a sacred cult. The warrior queens, we gotta give them a lot of props. And of course, Father Allah. We gotta give Father Allah a lot of props simply because he took his shit to the streets, to the young brothers out there who was wrote off as juvenile delinquents. Even today, a lot of the black leaders don't make their message and program for the youth. But Father Allah, being innovative and having a style, took his message straight to the streets, to the youth. He didn't have a lot of backup. He had one homeboy. He didn't have a pistol. He wasn't trying to bully niggas into his lifestyle. He used his genius as a method to teach. And he took what most people turn their back on. And that's the young niggas that's considered the uncontrollables, the at-risk, the gangbangers. He took his message to them. Everybody can't do that, and that's evident. But he reformed a lot of juvenile delinquents and turned them into stand-up men. So those are the people I've been doing since Black History Month started. A man and a woman every day. Or a group of men and a group of women every day until the end of Black History Month. And come March, it's not going to be about necessarily the history. It's going to be about the here and now. But we got to give props to our ancestors. Peace. That's a word off from the creed.